Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I am back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to them anime on Monday. And today I'm doing My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 16. So we're in the back half of the second season here. Things are heating up. These students got internships. They might have to start stepping in. Last time some Nomus, we learned there's multiple of them, were released on Hasu City, where of course Aida is interning to try to get back at the hero killer Stain, and where Deku and his teacher now, Gran Torino, were taking the bullet train when it got attacked. They saw what was going down in the city. They're jumping off to fight. And I was wondering at the end, or like in the recap of the last episode, all the other students, like, from the hero course, gonna come in, we're gonna get a big battle, it's gonna last most of the rest of the season or something like that. Then I was kind of like, oh, maybe not, because why would they come in necessarily, or why would they be led into the danger? Even Gran Torino was like telling Deku to stay put at the end. And if they only just happen to be going by, like the other students, most of them other than Aida, aren't in the city. But then this episode is called something about the students, I think. So let me see. Yeah, it's called Hero Killer Stain versus UA students. So maybe more of them will be coming. And then the Stain thing is separate too, because he was having a little tete-a-tete with Shigaraki, another guy, and the villains from season 1 or from the end of season 1. And then Stan's has a different ethos, obviously, than Shigaraki and these other villains. Like, they want, like, Shigaraki was calling him more immature, I think, which may be true. Like, he's trying to just cause chaos and something like that. And, like, Stain has some opinion that, like, what he's doing, taking down heroes, is, like, fixing the world somehow or making it better or something. So we'll maybe see more of that, but, Stan's the one in the episode title here. Obviously, at the very end of last episode, Aida confronted him, and he was like, "You're just a child, go away," or something. But then he realized he is gonna have to fight him, I guess. So he said he's gonna kill him. I assume Aida's not gonna die here, but we'll see what happens. I don't know how he could take him one-on-one. Perhaps Deku or others will show up to help. But yeah, we'll see what these other Nomos attacking too. We'll see. Someone's got to stop them. So anyway, I'm ready to get into it. I think it's gonna be an exciting ep. Let's do it. Noma's brother. Obviously, Deku doesn't know what All Might found out from his cop friend last episode. Oh, do I need to look up the word cowling? Alright, there's GT. Turning on the jets. Yeah, this one's howls. Yeah, they're just agents of chaos. Oh, it's Endeavor. So maybe what's his name will be here then. Todoroki. Oh, he's already in more trouble than you know though. Was that the hero Aida was with and turning with those screens now? So ram horns. The flag. Kurogiri, I gotta remember this guy's name, I always forget it. We learned something last time with All Might where there's some connection between this guy, the master here, and whoever fought All Might in the past. He might have defeated his All Might's master, or who gave him the power. saw this already. Okay, that's interesting. So I was wondering why he didn't kill him all the way, but...
弱いな。お前も兄も弱い。下半身麻痺だそうだ。多くの人を助け、導き、お前が潰していい理由なんてない。誇り高いぞ。その若さで独立し、多くの才能。従えるつが逆だよ父さん。もうしっかり働いて彼らに返さねえと。
It's a lot of humility.
ヒーローなんて肩書き背負ってんだもん。嬉しいよ。立派なヒーロー。
It's not asking you to forgive him.
まず助けろよ。ヒーローから最も正しき社会に。
That could better show up soon.
何を傷つけた犯罪者だ。
Stain smash.
ドリオ。つけに来たよ。リーダー君。
I guess we're just getting these at the middle of every episode now. Like 2 little cards. They could leave it on the screen a little longer. Bingo. He still took that punch pretty well.
なぜワイドショーでやってた。だから騒ぎの中心からノーマティオだ。体を動かせる奴の個性ことか。得られたかもしれないのに緑役関係ないだろう。いいセリフじゃないか。だが俺はこいつをだが。
I wonder if Todoroki's gonna show up here too, since they just showed his card. And we saw his dad earlier, obviously, but I wonder if he would come here or be fighting the Nomas. Well, he's sending it to someone. Or was he sending that to Gran Torino? Right? Stain is realizing this might be his biggest challenge yet. Ideologically, at least. So I guess his tongue thing, he has this stuff on his tongue, that's why it looks the blade. Alright, is it him? Yeah. That was enough to get you to come. Huh? So he didn't call him. Who did he call? How did? I guess I just went out to everyone who has his number. Todoroki's probably better to face him because he can work from a distance. Aida, just shut up. Huh, does that matter? Most common blood type, isn't it? Blood curdle. If he could hear you saying blood type, can't he hear you strategizing right now?
自分の今のことを全部話してくれた。俺が何にもとらわれず突き進むことがなかった。許したわけじゃないし、許すこの目と体で体験し、何しに。
前例通りなら星に再びヒーロー。すぐ星に連絡しろ。
はい。クズでもナンバー2と言われるだけの判断力と勘の良さは。
One's instincts were certainly correct.
やめてくれ。やめてほしけりゃ立て。逃げる一言。
Fuck.
神がヒーローの名だ。
Duh. Alright, so it was an action-packed episode as I anticipated. Yeah, it ended up being a little bit of a Todoroki episode at the end of the second half there, which is cool. We saw a little bit what happened when he saw his mom and a little bit into his decision process. But it's interesting, a couple episodes ago, the one where they're picking names, I was comparing him and Aida because they both didn't really pick a name, they just used their own name. And so I was surmising at the time, or theorizing, like, oh, is that something to do with their how unsure they are right now? Because, like, I thought Todoroki was conflicted over, like his father and what to do, and Aida was conflicted over how to act, with his, or I guess conflicted over how to act, with his brother getting attacked or what to do there. And then we see what he did know what he wanted to do, and still wants to do apparently, which was get that revenge. And even when his friends show up to help him and save his life, essentially, he's still trying to tell them, like, go away, like, I need to do it. So, like, his attitude here is obviously very immature in a way, and it's it's not going to work. But he just feels like he has, like, the whole honor of the family thing, I guess. And not only that, but also, how we saw in flashbacks here too, like how much he really does respect his brother's kind of, I guess, humble attitude, essentially, and what he considers to be heroic, which it seems like his brother really was, or is that type of person. So it's like so hard for Tenya to accept what's going on, but like that's just how the world is, man. It's like you can't, just because something's noble or right, it doesn't mean it's going to go down that way. So, like, contrasting that with Todoroki, then we see his mindset this time, like he is maybe making a more mature decision here. He got kind of forgiveness from his mother, or I mean it's kind of like a mutual forgiveness thing, probably, because like she should apologize to him as well, kind of. I guess she didn't really have the ability to reach out to him when she was like in the hospital there. He had to make the move, which he did, but I mean, even though she was being abused herself, she still, threw the boiling water on him. But that's good though. And then, he's choosing to learn from what he can from his father in that capacity, even though he's not going to forgive him, and he knows he's still a scumbag, as he said. So that's cool. I like how this is all converging. And then, interesting too with Fighting Stain, we already had learned from last episode a little more of his. Obviously, we learned about his quirk this time, which is interesting as well, but we learned last time more, and into this episode, about his worldview or his ideology. What's going on now is against even, like, releasing the Nomus is supposed to be against Stain, even though it may be helping him kind of right now. Well, I guess not. I mean, he does have a lot of issues with people fighting him if he can't get away from... Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Shigaraki, he was putting down because of his what he considered to be a maturity as well, and then that was extending to Tenya, obviously. But then he, even though he's still against, obviously, Deku and Todoroki, still was respecting them more, or especially Deku, I guess. Like, he wasn't even going to kill him. He's like, you're worth letting live at least. So even though he wasn't agreeing with Deku's own ideology, he was at least respecting it more, like saying it had more merit. So that's interesting. It kind of makes sense too, because like I guess Shigaraki's like really wants to kill All Might, and you know, Deku's obviously the All Might surrogate, so it would make sense for Stain to be like, you know, aligned the same way, kind of, if that makes sense. But yeah, so a very interesting episode, pretty exciting. Definitely want to see how it wraps up here. We'll see if Aida can redeem himself in some way here. We'll see if the other real professional heroes are able to come. Obviously, they have their hands full as well. We'll see if Gran Torino at least shows up or what happens, or Endeavor. I don't know. But yeah, good one. I'm excited for the next one, Season 2, Episode 17. Join me back for that next Anna Monday. Do subscribe to the channel here if you're not already. Like, comment, all of that stuff. And until then, I'm up out of here. Peace.
やめてくれよ